welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, where they have been calling the Hogs since early in the morning in anticipation of this showdown we have coming. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Auburn Tigers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Razorbacks will put total leather to crank us up. Coming out with it, it's Cobb. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Auburn's offense takes the field. And Jesse, this offense is built around a guy who could be a generational talent at wide receiver.
This offense is explosive because of that guy. He can take routine catches and turn them into long touchdowns. He can take the top off of the defense. They're going to throw his way early and often in this game.
And I can tell you already, the defensive coordinator is not enjoying his life. Like, every single play, you better know where he is. He can wreck a game in one play, can hit the home run at any time. All eyes will be on him.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football. Establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. And the Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Lost a throw on first down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going, too.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Caught over the middle. It's Simmons. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. looking to fire. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense has the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He'll pull it on the read. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Razorbacks need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Snags a quick pass on the left. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it all in that last play.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Howard. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Makes the grab. It's Singleton. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. And he's got it inside the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to...
Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. And the Razorbacks just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. That's caught. It's Green. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the...
Wide open on the right. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. It's Green. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. Fit it in the window for the score.
Third and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner will be dragged down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Using his legs, it's Robinson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Simmons. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Finds his tight end. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive.
Oh, it's out! He picks it up, still on his feet. I don't know, and it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Simmons. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Tigers are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the gun, running back gets to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Second down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Auburn to the line in a hurry. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Pushes for the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Southern Miss is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's still a 1-score game. They're trailing by 8 to ULM. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. The Razorbacks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Green. Grab near the marker, it's Hill. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half, so they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gets the back moving. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Washington. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Grabbed in the middle. It's Washington. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Throws for the tight end. He got his man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Wants to go up top on first down. got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Looking left. A strike downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So here comes the Auburn offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this.
Picked off! What a play by this defense! Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. Wide receiver going in motion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jones. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Leaves it with the running back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And the Razorbacks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got his man. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. From the gun, the ground game. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Green. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield. It's Green. Gets away. Heaves it on the run. He's got it down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He'll do it himself. Creates a little space. Lowers those pads. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. With the run on first and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball.
No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive balance.
On third down, going up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Coleman. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And some room to work. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on his defense.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the...
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Auburn! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington State is getting dominated today, and friends, the folks in Pullman deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a flunkery. They're trailing by 14 to Toledo. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Danced his way through traffic, picked up a 4 to the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Green. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver. Fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
Now on first down from the 28. Looking for room. It's Washington.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance. And when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, big swing.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. And the Razorbacks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. It's complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Green. He makes the grab. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So first down, we'll open up the final period. The give from the gun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Blake. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
He'll keep it himself. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Arkansas! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Got his man quickly. Stop short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll return it. And the return man's journey is stopped, but there is a flag on the play.
Holding, receiving team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of him. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time.
Turning it on. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
On the move, it's high. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last two plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. 3rd down play from the gun. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Throws to the tight end. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. RPO complete to open the drive. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Green. Sends it downfield. Pulls it in down the middle. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Using his legs at screen. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
The RPO, it's complete. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Razorbacks are marching down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. It's complete to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught him.
Takes the handoff. It's Alston. Got enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. With the catch, it's Coleman. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes a grab past the marker. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Looking for a crease, it's Alston. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Pitt looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're up by 20 over NC State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That's caught. It's Blake. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Dropping back, it's Green. There's the pressure. With the catch, it's Hill. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Wants to throw on third. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. And the Razorbacks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They got the 1st down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves.
A great run, and two things I love. He got the 1st down, and he got out of bounds, so he can stop the clock. Now, this offense doesn't have to panic. They can think about it a little bit more. They can talk about it a little bit more, how they can continue to move the ball down the field and try to get closer in this football game.
Good right down the boulevard. They're celebrating on the sideline after taking the lead, but still time on the clock.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker, and he has to come through. And Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And, David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Gonna let it fly. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He wants a big play here late. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's going to do it. And it went right down to the final play. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low